What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Brain Waves. I want to set the record straight about the recent information about your boy, Jonathan Majors. Kang the Conqueror is what he is known as, the supervillain in the whole MCU. That is Marvel Comic Universe, for those of you that don't know. I'd like to welcome you all to my show. While you're here, make sure you subscribe. Please get the likes up. Make sure your notifications are on. Subscribe to both Brainwaves Advice Topics, LLC, and T News Reactions. We're serving up that tea, that news, and of course, you guessed it, my rocket science know here the reaction. So, in any case, there's been a lot of talks and a lot of rumors going around about what has been going on with Jonathan Majors and what the situation is. So I want to set the record straight and let y'all know what's currently going on. Okay, there's some misinformation. People are just kind of running wild with it, and you all need to know exactly what's going on. So if you looked at the title, it has already alluded at that, but I'm going to show you all the official article. We're going to go through it, read it, and this will be the actual case. I'm going to say also my piece on it. After all, this is T News Reactions, so you're going to get those reactions, whether you like it or not. All right, nonetheless, let's get into it. Okay, we're going to put this on the screen. And here is the latest update, okay? So we're going to read this together. You all should be able to see it on the screen. But for those of you that cannot, I'm going to also say it out loud. So the title here on this article says Jonathan Majors, as I already mentioned, as well as title, this show has been dropped by his manager. Okay, his manager is Entertainment 360, for those of you that don't know. Marvel has said to have had zero, I repeat, zero conversations about replacing him as Kang. So right off the bat, for all the videos and all the content creators putting out, oh, Marvel dropped him and Marvel's replacing him, he's guaranteed to be replaced. Not so fast. Again, Marvel has had zero talks. So they haven't even been talking about it. Okay, so anyway, the article says Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, star Jonathan Majors, and manager Entertainment 360 have parted ways. But Marvel Studios has reportedly had zero conversations about replacing the actor Kang. The article continues to say that Majors has been dropped by his manager and PR, this public relations team. But it seems reports of the actor potentially being replaced as Kang in the Marvel Cinematic Universe were premature. Okay, I said Marvel Comic, Universe, Cinematic Universe. Y'all get it, the movie version of the comics. Okay, so anyway, according to Deadline, the Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania star, has parted ways with longtime manager Entertainment 360 and the PR team lead company. Okay, that's his PR team. The decision was said to be due to issues of the actor's personal behavior. Now, let's just go ahead and fill in the blanks here. When they're talking about the decision was due to issues of the actor's personal behavior, obviously this has everything to do with the arrest situation that took place. And again, it was just a procedure by New York law that if that type of situation took place, it would be an automatic arrest. And people have to keep this in mind. Had that same situation taken place in another state, there would not have been arrests. Also, there have been receipts from the lady who was saying one thing and she actually recanted her statements, said it was wrong, showed receipts herself, as well as his attorney has receipts. So there's a gang of receipts out here saying that Jonathan Majors did do this. Now, people might be on that cancel culture. The cancel culture thing is real, and they might be trying to cancel your boy for other reasons. But I'm saying this again, as I've already said it once, twice, and a million times. Just when you get to the height of your career, just when you're doing something big, boom, all of a sudden it's this cancel culture. Just when Jonathan Majors, he's been active for a while. Many of y'all have not known about it. Many of y'all have not heard of him. He's been doing big roles, especially like on the Lovecraft Country. That was a big HBO series hit. Big hit. But he's been active for a moment, okay? He's not just someone who came out of the blue. And obviously, he was the, friend, enemy, if you want to call it, frenemy on the movie Creed 3 that Michael B. Jordan produced, okay? So, again, he's at the height of his career. He's getting titles of, sexiest man alive again, kind of like Michael B. Jordan had, and all this good stuff is happening. And then all of a sudden, boom, an alleged altercation or whatever took place between him and a friend or girlfriend or wife or whoever this lady is, suspect. We don't know for sure because Jonathan Majors keeps his business on a hush-hush. But nonetheless, whoever this lady is, it was all of this stuff that came out. And again, just by New York law, it was an automatic thing because she had a mental breakdown, to make a long story short. So anytime that happens, there has to be an automatic arrest. Jonathan Majors, he fit the bill. However, the lady recanted, said she was wrong about it. Again, as I mentioned, receipts. So a lot of this, people be ready to cancel you if you breathe the wrong way. And I like to take take a step further here with this, especially when you black. People gonna catch you. Chris Rock, he had said this in one of his stand-up comedy jokes or lines. He said, "You can't do what they do." And you all know who we're referring to as they, okay? And we know we're talking about what they're doing. We cannot act the way that certain other individuals can. We cannot move the way that other individuals can, because if we blink the wrong way, cancel culture. So anyway, let's continue with the rest of this article. So his PR team deciding to part ways, they're saying the issue of the actor's personal behavior. And it is stated, just as a reminder, a few weeks ago, Majors was arrested, as I already said, after allegedly, again, this is allegedly, and the lady actually recanted her statement. So it really didn't happen, but allegedly physically assaulting a woman in her 30s, okay? Basically they said he put his hands on her, but she recanted all that. Again, it's believed to be his girlfriend, but we don't know, all right, in a New York City apartment. Now, they're saying in a New York City apartment, but originally the story said it happened outside in the street at a restaurant. So what is truly going on? Okay, y'all, check this out. Let's look at this highlighted here. They are saying here that he was allegedly, assaulting a woman in a New York City apartment, but the original information that it took place in a car. So what's going on? Is it an apartment? Is it a car? Okay, and I told y'all how this thing works. Anytime there's that inconsistency and misinformation, somebody's not telling the truth. Okay, that's the receipts right there. Someone's not telling the truth, because we went from car, taxi driver, the taxi driver got the receipts. Y'all remember all the information. And for those of you who don't know, I extensively covered that and broke it down. Now, this article here is saying that it took place in an apartment. Man, I tell you, this is crazy. But they want to drop your boy, even though the story ain't legit. And anyway, so the article continues to say, however, said evidence, a series of texts from the alleged victim, did not have the desired effect and actually made Majors come out looking even worse. Now, I'm going to have to follow up on this, but this is what they're saying. Okay? Since then, we have been hearing whispers that Marvel Studios is weighing up their options and may even be looking at other actors to possibly replace Majors as Kang. Snowfall actor Damson Idris, his name came up. Okay, they said they're looking for a similar person, and that's what I have featured on the cover. But Deadline has heard there has been zero conversations about the recasting role. So, there's a lot of misinformation. What is it? Zero conversations, but then there's been talks. And previously, all the articles that people say, oh, Marvel's been talking about this contingency plan. Again, you see here, talking about Damson Idris, but then they said it's been zero talks. Again, more inconsistencies either way. Of course, all of that could change very quickly. If no charges are filed, Majors will likely walk, but that won't prevent significant backlash from those who believe he's still guilty of assault. And, there's been rumors of his character before. I covered that again in my other video. Feel free to check that out here. Okay, they said it's quite a few people after those texts who believes that. Okay, should Kevin, Feige, and Cole decide to take no action. So they're going to put pressure on Kevin and company to be like, well, even though he walked from this, let's get rid of him. It says Majors has already filmed his scenes for the second season of Loki, but isn't scheduled to begin shooting Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, for quite some time. So it could be possible that in Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, we may not see your boy Jonathan Majors. It may be a Drees, or someone else. But it's just interesting how the plot thickens because, like I said, his attorney's been saying he's innocent, what's what, and then all of a sudden it's all these text messages. So, what is truly going on here? And then that's why I went from the car to the apartment, but then there was supposed witnesses with the car. So what's up with the witnesses and what happened? Who are the witnesses and is it legit? And what's up with this so-called taxi cab driver? And I don't know, man. There's just a lot of inconsistencies here. So it's no telling. This is crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy. We're going to see. I just find the timing extremely peculiar. Let's take a look at this here. I just want to see something. We're going to take a look at something here, okay? Let's take a look at this on the screen because this is about those text messages. It's all hinging on a so-called text. Okay, all of this is crazy. And whatever. So it says Jonathan Majors text. Attorney releases purported text messages from woman alleged. Let's pause this because this might actually be it. Let's see if this is actually the video to what's going on. Because you just never know. It could be. Of course. Never fails when you're trying to get rid of some of these pop-ups and stuff like that. And then I got all this other stuff going. Let's get back to it real quick and see if this is actually the case or not.
There's a science to fighting.
Oh, well, we got to sit through an ad now. I was good, but that's what happens in these YouTube streets when you're not showing footage from your own website. I digress. Just give us a second and get through these ads, and we're going to take a watch and take a listen. But, I just find the timing extremely peculiar that, why is all this coming out right at the height of his career? Now, I do know that sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. God will bring you down when you're right at the top. But let's see.
Rising film star Jonathan Majors is fighting back against charges he physically assaulted his...
Oh, Lord, the video's clowning again. Here we go.
His girlfriend in a domestic dispute. Against charges he physically assaulted his girlfriend in a domestic dispute. The actor's attorney releasing alleged text messages from his accuser, which claims show he did not physically assault her. In one text message, the accuser allegedly writes that she told police this was not an attack and that they do not have her blessing for any charges.
Because memory serves.
Majors, best known for his roles in Creed 3 and Ant-Man and the Wasp, was arrested in New York last weekend on misdemeanor assault, strangulation, and harassment charges. Police sources tell ABC News it was the 33-year-old actor who called 911 Saturday morning to report concerns he had about his girlfriend.
Okay, so I want to kind of pause real quick right here. The original story... I have an issue with this, okay? Because the original story was saying that the original story said that the lady, his supposed girlfriend, called 911 on him. Okay? But now, Jonathan Majors and the information saying that he called 911 to report his concern about his girlfriend. Okay, and that actually confirms that this lady is his girlfriend, right? Because they just slipped up and confirmed that he called to, report the concern about his girlfriend. So I want to know, does anyone have the 911 tapes? Because, text messages are one thing, but does anyone have the 911 tapes? And it says a lot. He called and he say this, not the other way around. But yet people are accusing him as the problem.
But when the NYPD arrived at their Manhattan apartment, Major's girlfriend reportedly told the officers he physically attacked her during a...
So see how she twisted? See how it was twisted? So he called 911 to have the police come. And then when the police got there, they believed her story, and that's the rumor. They believe in her story over his. Talking about he physically attacked her. And I find that suspect because, let me break this down to y'all. This is how a typical argument can go. And unfortunately, I hate to say this, when it comes to these type of situations, these are just the politics. People may not want to hear this, but it's just facts, y'all. Like, I'm just speaking on facts, and this is how the cookie crumbles. So when you're dealing with somebody that's white and you're black, and the police show up, whose side do you think they're going to really take, even if you got evidence? Especially when you have a woman that's going to say one thing, okay, against a man. And then she literally recanted her whole speech. So she basically was probably like this. Well, I'm going to get you in trouble. You're not doing what I say, yada, yada, yada. Because remember, the whole thing is allegedly over his girlfriend seeing Jonathan Majors supposedly text another woman, and then she probably asked to see his phone because it was all over the phone. And he's like, look, I'm concerned where this gonna go, so let me call 911 because I see she about to turn up. Okay, and then she did basically plead that she had mental issues, and that's what led to Jonathan Majors' arrest. She probably did that to guarantee that he'll get locked up, to guarantee that it would ruin his career. Again, the timing is suspect. Why now? Why not at the beginning of his career? Why not at another time? Why is it when he's at the height of his career? People are just not taking notice of him because of Creed 3. Then they're putting two and two together, and it's like, oh, that's the guy, that's Kang. That's the guy that's been on Loki and, this whole MCU stuff, this Marvel stuff. Y'all got to just think about that, okay? It just sounds suspect. So when the police get up there, then they're going to blame him. But he's the one that called. Ain't that something? Imagine if you call 911 because you're concerned about someone else's behavior. But then when the police get there, they flip it on you and make you look like you're the problem and you're the one that gets hauled off when it could have potentially been the person who you called 911 for. Ain't that something?
Cab ride home. Major's lawyer says in addition to the text messages from his girlfriend, there is also video footage and a witness statement they are presenting to the district attorney that they believe will clear his name. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office says it is, quote, still investigating.
Not only does Jonathan Majors have 2 big movies in the theaters, but of course he has the Sundance-acclaimed magazine Dream, which means it's being poised for Oscar contention. Some would say this is not a good time. It's certainly not a good look.
Nope.
Once the charges were announced, the U.S. Army pulled 2 ads featuring Majors in their latest recruitment campaign.
Of course.
A spokesperson telling ABC News, quote, while Mr. Majors is innocent until proven guilty, prudent...
See, now I just want to say something. See, this is what they do to you when you black, right? I know some people don't want to hear. I'm going to get some people coming in the comment section. I don't care. Say what you're going to say. But this is facts. If you're black and you live in this country, in America, this is the type of treatment we get, right? See, they say in this country, as you just heard this news reporter, you're innocent until proven guilty, right? She just said you're innocent until proven guilty. We all know the laws say you're innocent until proven guilty. That applies to white people, okay? I'm just calling it what it is. White folks be innocent all day, every day. They be riding dirty. They doing all types of corrupt stuff. Hey, I'm innocent. I'm not guilty. And guess what? People actually believe they're innocent, even when there's a boatload of evidence saying that they're not. I'm not going to name any names. Not going to name any names. I can name a whole ton of names, but I'm not going to name any names. However, when you're black, if it's even supposed, if it's even alleged, they be ready to cancel you. They shut everything down, even while you're innocent. Think about all these companies canceling Jonathan Majors. Think about all the people that was originally speaking out against Jonathan Majors before they had their facts and figures and receipts. I don't care if you don't like the man. This is not about whether you like somebody or dislike them. That's not what this is about. So a lot of people may not like him, but if nothing has been proven and you don't have receipts that he actually did this, you shouldn't make those type of moves. Yet you got all these companies cutting him. And that's why you have all this clickbaiting and you have all these rumors on YouTube and people making videos running with it, because this is what they do. They be quick to cut a black man out, but let it be a white man. If Jonathan Majors was white, I guarantee you it'll be a whole different story. Jonathan Majors is innocent. He's innocent. We have to protect his role. He's in Marvel and, he did Creed 3 and he's got other things. But now the army want to cut back and everybody want to cut back and everybody want to cut him, even if he's found innocent. See, that's the cancel culture. And that's the double standard in this cancel culture that's just not fair. Okay.
It dictates that we pull our ads until the investigation into these allegations is complete. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Man, this is crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But again, as it currently stands, for the record, for those of you just joining me, Marvel has had zero talks. I repeat, absolutely zero. There has been no talks within the Marvel camp as of now, unless they are currently talking today, this second they decided to move forward with talks, or in the future. But as of today, right now, the time of this show, there has been zero, not 1%, not 99, zero talks. So for all of these people out here talking about, he's been dropped from his manager, Entertainment 360, and his PR company dropped him, and Marvel dropped him too, and he's done, and then the army dropped him, and he had ads with the army, and everybody's just dropping him like he's guilty. It's just facts, man. This is the messed up things that black men and women have to go through in this country. Y'all remember Angela Bassett? Angela Bassett can literally act her behind off better than like most people out there. I don't care what race you are. Do you think she got her an Oscar or a Grammy or any of that? No. At the award show. And these are the type of things that we talk about. We get snubbed. We got to do things like a billion times harder. And even when we do it, we're seen as guilty until proven innocent. It's not innocent until proven guilty. We are trying to fight to clear our name, but they see us as guilty until proven innocent. And then you have the same white counterparts do the exact same things. Matter of fact, let me roll that back. You have the same white counterparts that do a whole lot of worse, and they get away with it. And you wonder why people are unfair. And then those same counterparts will say, hey, what's the problem? You're not working hard enough. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. Yeah. Tell that to someone who hasn't been given the same deck of cards that you have. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. This is just how the cookie crumbles. And we're seeing yet an example of this. They'll just turn around and say, well, this is just what. But I'm like, he's innocent until proven guilty. And there's no receipts proving that he's actually guilty. As a matter of fact, there's more receipts and inconsistencies in the story proving that he's innocent. I mean, the lady, his girlfriend, recanted her story. But you still gonna say the man is guilty? We're in this world, y'all, but we're not of this world. And that's where that comes from. To my believers out there. Shout out to all my believers out there. It's messed up, y'all. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. Depending on the time frame that it takes for this information to get out and what they decide to do with this case here, they probably gonna try to stretch it out and linger it. I don't know, but whatever they're gonna do, hopefully he justice is served either way. I'll just put it like that. But it looks like he's more innocent than guilty. And again, they're just trying to knock yet another black man down when he's at the height of his career. So I've said enough. That's all I'm going to say. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to both Brainwaves Advice Topics LLC and T News Reactions. Remember, I'm a life coach. I do that via video chat, video recordings, phone, and in person in the local ATL area. So make sure you check the description box out for instructions on how to do that, or just go to brainwaves.com. On that note, this is your tea, this is the news, and this is my reaction. I'm getting out of here. I'll send y'all away until I come back again with love, with blessings, and with